So I have a lot of clients that come into me for weight loss, and a lot of times what I find is they're actually not eating enough. And I think the challenging thing here is that we as women grow up kind of being programmed like just eat less, just eat less. The answer is just eating less, and looking at our mothers and grandmothers and our aunties and all the women in our lives, right? Especially that are older than us, previous generations who are basically just force fed this like you just need to eat less. And so, it's kind of still stuck in us. So we're like, okay, I'm just going to eat less. Women come in and they're only eating like 1,200 calories in a day. And the reason why that does not work is that what happens is when you don't actually feed your body enough. So there's a minimum amount. It's called your basal metabolic rate. And this is the minimum amount your body needs just to survive, just to exist. Not even for physical activity. It's literally like what your organs need in order to be able to function, right? And if you eat below this, your body will go into survival mode. It'll go into storage mode, right? And this goes back to our primal ancestors. How did we survive famines when there wasn't enough food? Well, it's the human ability to store body fat, right? So what happens when you're not getting enough food repeatedly and your body goes into the survival mode, which it still will, even if there's enough food around you, if you're not eating it, your body's going to go into survival mode. And what happens is your body will prioritize storing fat over retaining or building muscle. So the muscle you have will actually get burnt up for fuel, and your body will prioritize storing fat at all costs. Why? Well, fat is for survival, right? It's like an insurance policy, and your body is hardwired for survival. So muscle is metabolically expensive, right? It burns a lot of calories even at rest. It's metabolic gold, but it's very expensive to maintain because when you have muscle, if you have a decent amount of muscle tone, you get hungrier. It takes more food to maintain your muscle. You got to feed that muscle, right? And your muscle burns it. But when you don't have enough to maintain that, your body's like, okay, well, I'm not going to maintain this expensive muscle. If I feel like I'm in survival mode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert everything into fat and I'm going to store that like my pot of gold because that's my insurance policy. That's how I guarantee that I'm going to survive. And so a lot of women don't realize that's what's inadvertently happening. They're eating less because they've been taught to eat less. But if you eat too little, your body just stores and holds on to everything. So you actually sometimes need to eat more. And that's where calculating your macros comes in, because then I can tell you exactly how much fat you need, how much protein you need, how many carbs you need, how many calories you should be getting to help your body feel safe enough so it can actually stimulate your metabolism so you can start burning, but not eat too much that you're adding on excess calories and excess weight. And that's exactly what I'm going to be breaking down for you in my new program, Strong Over Skinny. Macros tailored to you personally, because you're not going to eat the same as any other woman, right? That's the other thing when they say, oh, women should just eat like 1,200 calories. No, you're not going to eat the same amount of calories as a woman who's a different age than you, or a different size than you, or a different activity level than you, or a different height than you. Right? No, it's personalized to you, and that's where the magic is, right? That's why it works so well when you get those numbers dialed in. So if this is something you would like to be involved in, stay tuned. Strong Over Skinny, I'm going to have this for you. It is so easy. You'll be shocked. You'll be like, why didn't I try this before? It works so well. Stay tuned for September, Strong Over Skinny.